Hi all, welcome to my hobby room, welcome to John's Model Making. Today we have issue 71 of Hachette Spitfire MK1a. Brilliant stuff. In this we have the fuselage frame and rudder controls. There are quite a few steps to undertake in this, but we have the Spitfire here, and then we'll also have a look at the stories, or the content, the historical content of the magazine, which are always an interesting read. Anyway, besides all that, let's get on with the build. Okay, so let's have a look, see what we've got here. We need the parts. Over here, let's pop them parts out of the way. That's for issue 72. And let's have a look. The overhead camera, there we go. That's in the way. Move the plane out of the way. Right, let's get the parts out of the packaging. There we go. Now, we got some fuselage frames, there's a bracket there, there's sprue of parts, and we have quite a few screws here, and we have two metal, these rods, they're for the tailplane. Okie dokie. So first of all, we got the inner fuselage frame left, inner fuselage frame right, the cover, which is this plastic part, fittings for rudder controls A to D, rudder control vertical, and which is that one, and rudder control horizontal, which is this one. And then we've got 11 2x4mm screws and 5 2x3mm screws in here and here, so there's two lots of screws. Now first of all, what it wants us to do is take the fixing plate D from frame 7006 supplied with the previous issue, check the fit on the two studs beneath the horizontal rudder frame. Right, I need the part D, which is over here. Okay, so here we have there we go. That is what we need. Basically, we are going to fit this. I have to change cameras again now. Here. Ooh. Yep. In there. Let's get it off the sprue. Use a little glue to fix in place. Okay, let's see if we can bring this to bear a bit better. Right, basically it will go under here. It might be better if I take that bit better. There we go, and all that does is go there, capturing that cable. Okay, there we go. That is in place. Oh, I don't know why I couldn't put that on last time, but there we go. Well, excess glue off it. And now you can put the swing frame back in place. Lovely jubbly. Okie doke. So that's 7011 in place. Now what we need are the two motors, and we need, which we've got here, so we can bring this over, and this cable we need out of the way. Now if I remember rightly, that goes that way. Or does it? Nope. Anyway, I've got the cables right. So I need to feed these cables through. Cables, and fit the motors in place. That's the two motors in place, or three motors you should say. There's the cable 7011. Now I need to fix this in place with 4 PM times 4mm screws, which are here. Another one to go. Let's try another one. There we go. That's the three motors in place. All these cables have to come this way because this is where the PCB will sit. Right, tie that one up in a minute. Okie dokie. Right, so that's the three motors in place. Now what we need is part A of the sprue, which is this. That's part A. We've got part A, B, C and D. So let's get part A off the sprue. And basically this will sit on top of this motor facing that away. Now, what's it, is it? And we can see that there. There we go. There's part A in place. Lovely jubbly. Then we need part D. And this basically goes on here and in that direction as per the instructions. And then we need the wire rudder connector 7105, which I believe is this one. Yep. And what we need to do with this is to fit it in there and in here. Where's my tweezers when I need them? There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now what we need to do on the other side of the motor is to fit the other rod, which is this one. Here we go. Right. So let's turn this around. So just push everything to one side. I'll put it this way. Let's do it this way. Swap cameras. Here we go. Okay, so now we need to fit this rod into part. Here we go, part A of the frame. Now I'm going to have to give this a little bit of tension, otherwise it's a fallout. Okay, let's pop this rod in place. It goes over part A. Now, it does have a tendency to fall out. Yep, it will have. There we go. Then we need part C off the frame, the sprue that is. Fit that in place on that middle motor. Hopefully that will not fall out. And then we need this part, 7103, this way up, and that basically fits over the top there, and should go under this rod and over. There we go, like that. Now hopefully that will stay in place while I get it. Oh, you little devil. Screw in here. There we go. Look at that screw in first. This rod does not want to behave itself. Okay. One more screw. There we go. Well, that's the two rods in place. Well, that one it's captured at that end, but tends to fall out at this end. Right, take part B from frame 7104 and identify the fixing point on the right hand side of the rudder frame 6801. Fix in place with 2 PM 2.4mm screws. Now this should keep that rod in place. There we go. And it basically goes there. There we go. That's that rod definitely secured in place. Excellent stuff. Right, heck. Okie dokie, so we're on to step 12. Take the second part D from frame at 7006, which is this one. I need to place this up here, address this wire here, like so. Now I would imagine we'll have to glue this. There we go, let's get a little bit of glue. Dee-dee-dee. Oh. This is going to be fun and games. All these cables, dressing these and making sure they go through the correct location. Excellent, like that set. Don't need that screw anymore. Well, that's brilliant. Ensure that the connector 05 and the end of the tail light cable is threaded into the interior of the model with the other cables from the motors M5, M7 and M8, which they all are. Just remove that super glue. Now here we have them all. So basically let's get these cables through here. Now that's popped up. I'll put a bit more glue on that, I think. Dee -dee 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 -dee. There we go. So all these wires have got to go this way basically. There we go, that's held. Excellent. Right, we've got 3 of them screws left. So take the left side fuselage frame 7101 and check the fit against the lower side fuselage frame. Right, these two are lovely metal. So that is this one. Now, I believe it goes that way. Yeah, lovely jubbler. And we need 2 km 2x3mm screws. That's a smaller one, so which I unpacked earlier. That's one. Two. And we do exactly the same on this side. There we go. Like so. We need 2 more of them screws. There we go. Excellent. And then we just need 2 of these screws. Now we have to turn this back around and do it this way. Secure in place. Here. Yep. and here. Brilliant. There we go. That is issue 71 complete. So let's have a close-up at what we've done tonight. As you can see, there's the rudder control there, feeds there into that motor there. We've got the two frames, fuselage frames, left and right in place, the three motors in place, and on this side we have the other control which goes into here, which again will reiterate, put part B on. Put it on early. There you can see it, the two screws here. There you go, that'll keep that rod in place if nothing else will, because it will just fall out whenever it feels like it. You have been warned. Oh, that was brilliant. Let's have a look at the magazine. And I do like to have a look at the stories in the magazine. Here we go. Supporting Husky. Spitfire units played a prominent role in securing air superiority over Sicily during Operation Husky, the code name for the Allied invasion of the Italian island. Pilots of number 417 Squadron in Malta in June 1943. The squadron helped to secure the capture of Lampedusa and Pantelleria in the run-up to the invasion of Sicily. Excellent stuff. And on the next page we have number 118 Squadron, flying no fewer than 6 different marks of Spitfire with area fighter command during World War II. Number 118 Squadron switched to the Mustang III for the final months of the conflict. And in the picture we have a Spitfire MK1a P8088 of number 118 Squadron at Ibsley in 1941. The aircraft crashed at Prees in Shropshire on 23rd of September 1944. And on the next page we have D-Day Dawns. The Normandy landings were the largest amphibious assaults ever mounted. After a delay of 24 hours due to bad weather, the invasion proper began after midnight on 6th of June 1944. Number 1 picture, American troops approaching Omaha Beach in a landing craft on D-Day 6th of June 1944. M1903 rifles and M1 carbines are carried by some of the men. The term D-Day was first used in 1918, the D simply being a repeat of day. Similarly, H, hour, was the hour individual assaults began. The air component of the D-Day invasion was a culmination of an intense campaign that had already begun to disrupt railways and communications and to destroy the Luftwaffe in the air and on the ground. The Allies had 3,222 strategic bombers, 3,445 medium bombers, 1,977 fighters and 489 maritime aircraft available on D-Day. The strength of the Luftwaffe facing them was estimated at 1,286 combat aircraft, of which 703 were fighters. An additional 1,168 fighters were available for homeland defence, some of which moved to counter the expected landings when their location was known. And that goes on for 4 pages. And then in issue 72 we have the cockpit support frame, upper left and right wing frames, motor extension cable, cable label and assorted screws. There we go. But that's for another day. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Watch out for that tricky little second rod. Putting part B onto the rear of the plane just to hold it in place, otherwise it will just keep falling out. Otherwise you stick it in with something else, but it's much more simple just to put part B on a step earlier than you have to. Anyway, there we go. If you did like that, please give us a big thumbs up, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Now don't forget, subscription is totally free, it doesn't cost you a penny. You just get notified of all my videos when they come up on YouTube. But anyway, thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.